The best tip for succeeding in fine art is to not take it at all. Run. Sup howdy, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me already, I'm Rumble. I have no idea what I'm doing. As of currently, my most successful video, the video that I look very unfortunate in, has reached about 4.4 thousand views. And that's insane, even though I look like the absolute piece of shit. I'm still eternally grateful, especially that it brought about a lot of conversations with people sent me personal DMs asking for advice and other people in the comments giving me advice. It was unexpected, but honestly I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys. That is a lot of people. 4,000. Okay, so because you like that video so much, here's another art themed video: how to do your fine art degree the right way. So a little disclaimer, I am currently finishing my second year in fine art, and there is a big shift between first and second year and third and fourth year. So from next year onwards, my opinions and advice may change dramatically or not. So this is more towards the first and second years and also incoming students who are thinking about taking fine art. But if you are in third and fourth year, or if you don't care about fine arts in general, you can stay. You're more than welcome to. So before we get on to this video, make sure to turn on my post notifications so you're notified when next I make a video. I upload videos about stuff, but one of those stuff is about my experience as a fine arts student in South Africa. Subscribe, comment down below, anything at all. Okay, so the first piece of advice, one of the most important pieces of advice: don't take this degree as your only source of education. This is because, as I mentioned before in one of my previous videos, there is a huge lack of diversity in the curriculum that we have for these degrees. We don't learn about Hispanic art or Asian art or New Zealand art, and it's not inherently a bad thing, but our scope is yay big and the world is yay big. And there's also a limited amount of mediums that we are taught in and work in the first 2 years. It is painting, sculpture, drawing, printmaking. Whoa, I went too fast. Painting, drawing, sculpture, printmaking, photography, and performance art, if I'm not mistaken. But it does change because third and fourth year are much more independent and you can be more liberal with your mediums. Also in the first 2 years you can also incorporate different mediums and do whatever you want in your projects, but in the curriculum it is those 6 mediums. So what I mean by saying don't take this degree as your only form of education is that this degree low-key only teaches you about 20%, maybe even 10% of what's really out there, and that is being very generous with the stats. Because the way I've learned other things such as bookmaking, 3D art, digital softwares and video creation, etc., or even random things outside of art and creative stuff, has been outside of the class through things like very talented friends or classes I've found or places I've been to or stuff I've researched online. And actually what I'm working on in art and what I'm interested in art was inspired by my own individual experimentation and not stuff that I learned inside the classroom. So I'm not trying to say dump your lectures, bunk your classes, and just stuff the curriculum, but definitely put time into exploring by yourself, because a lot more meaningful things can come out of that than the fixed curriculum. And finding out new things and learning new things about yourself comes from what you see outside. Inside there is a fixed curriculum that essentially just trains you to be a specific type of person, and if that's the type of person you want to be, then that's fine. But if it's not, individual exploration. So with that being said, work smarter, not harder, especially for first and second years. In first and second year we have technical exercises and projects in the 6 aforementioned mediums. In the first year we also took a BA general degree, but then from second to third year we're taking history of art, and those modules are more theory based and written based. Don't spend a lot of time studying for these classes. You don't have to read all of the readings, but honestly you do not have to read all the readings. They will assign you bajillions of pages. There is a gang amount of readings that they assign to you You don't have to read all of it, okay? If there is a summary, read the summary. It is very hard to fail in this degree. If you don't put effort in, then you'll fail. But if you put effort in, you're fine. You don't need to get 90s and 100s. The main thing with working smarter is time management. So please, for the life of me, learn time management. Keep a schedule, write it down, and refer back to it. Don't just do it in the beginning of the month because you're feeling productive and then never see it ever again. So that when you do be smart with your time, you can set aside extra time to do that individual exploration stuff that I explained in the previous advice. So please don't focus countless hours on making masterpieces out of small projects. Definitely push yourself because you want to develop your own style and your own person through all of these activities, but don't be unnecessary. Don't be extra. For example, don't think about making gigantic paintings if you think they're going to be more impressive. Size does not matter. And if you're not used to producing gigantic paintings in less than 2 weeks, you are playing yourself. Be efficient and scale down the projects you're doing so that they convey what you want them to, but they don't cause unnecessary pressure and steal time away from other productive things you can be doing. Because if you're able to free up 2 more hours, that's 2 more hours of lessons on how to use Adobe, or 2 more lessons on how to do filmmaking. I'm tired. Good night. Wait, I need a time to breathe. Lying on my stomach is actually more labor intensive. It's almost time for my bedtime, so I'm just gonna wrap this up with the last tip, and that is to act like a professional. My dear kidlings, you guys are already professional artists. So act like one. Please start working on creating your online portfolios, which is where you present all of your work and your artist bio. I will link down below some YouTube videos showing you how to do so. It is important to learn how to start taking photos of your art and presenting them on an online website. You will also need an artist bio and an artist statement. I will also link some websites down below to how to make those. And even if you don't know who you are as an artist, it is still a really good practice to learn how to write them. This is because all of these stuff are used for funding proposals, they're used for bursaries, they're used for exhibitions and job applications. These are fundamental things for artists, so please make sure that you are already planning on learning how to write these and how to do these so that you can have a polished, perfect portfolio. Oh, alliteration. Okay, so I had to bring some tea for this next piece of advice because it's that important. If there is one thing you take from this video, please, for the life of me, experiment. Experiment, experiment, experiment. I can't stress this enough. If you already know how to paint and all you paint are oil paintings of portraits, tell me why you are spending 500,000 rand a year doing the same thing over and over again. You have to get out of your comfort zone. That's the only way you're gonna find yourself and develop yourself as an artist and a person in general. So please don't continue doing high school art. If you're gonna be completely honest, I only recently realized that I used this degree as a confidence and ego boost because I was really good at painting and drawing and doing art in high school, so I thought that it wouldn't be as hard in uni and I'd still excel at something. But in that vein of thought, I would just be spending 4 years doing nothing new and only creating pretty stuff for validation. It is a place to learn, so learn. So if there's an area in art that you are not comfortable with or you don't feel as confident in, then find someone who is very knowledgeable in that realm of art, sit them down and talk about it, learn about it. If there is a medium that you don't really know how to use, never used before, or just are not comfortable with, sit with it, practice it a lot, and develop a new skill. Even within the mediums you already use, practice new techniques and how to paint and draw, but make sure you don't fall into the trap of already doing something that you're already most comfortable with. Yes, it will look very, very ugly, but it's supposed to look hideous because you are learning and you are beginning a new skill set. If you try out drawing for the first time and you think, this drawing looks ugly, his nose looks like a foot and his eye looks like an elbow, I don't even know how that happened, and if you think drawing is just not for me, then you are cheating yourself of an opportunity to gain another skill set. What I'm trying to say is give yourself a huge variety of choice, a large selection of options before you zone into one thing. Because if you don't do that, then you're just cheating yourself out of the opportunity to maybe be the real type of artist you actually want to be. There are 100,000 million trillion 472.5 artists out there. And what makes you different is the experiences you have and how you interpret those experiences through what you make. So please take a deep breath and know that with effort, you can literally be the artist that you want to be. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video, like. If you like me, subscribe. Comment down below, all that fun jazz. And until then.